Hey everyone, I'm Helen and I am the Far From Perfect mum. I'm also not ashamed to admit that I am far from perfect, and this is what's led me to set up this channel. I wanted something a bit more relatable to watch on YouTube. Um, I am a mum who has quite a few medical conditions, and I don't find things as easy as some people do. I get extremely fatigued, and I suffer with a lot of pain and dislocations too, so everyday life is not easy. So when I was watching all these YouTube channels, and they were so inspiring, but I realised I couldn't do what they do. So I decided to set up this channel for people who are either like me and have similar struggles, or those of you who are just so busy in life and could just really do with some little hacks to save time, things to make life easier. I'm going to be doing some food prep. I'm going to be doing some cooking, just easy meals. I'm hoping to sort of keep things down to a budget as well, which would be quite good. And yeah, we're going to do a little bit of organisation Helen style. So the Far From Perfect mum style of organisation. I shall have some of those videos going up as well. So take a look at my videos, and I really hope you subscribe and would like to join me on my journey. So hello. I'm not actually a mad fruit person, to be honest, but I do like these smoothies that I've been making. Unfortunately, I think I'm out of blueberries, which I tend to put in as well. So we just have to make do today with what I've got, basically. So I'm just going to wash those. So there's mangoes, strawberries, and then I'm dairy intolerant, so I'm going to use rice milk. You can use different milks. I know a lot of people would put in some sort of nut milk. I'm also allergic to nuts and peanuts, so not for me. I did used to use oat milk, but I have been struggling a little bit with the oat milk, so I'm just sticking with rice milk at the moment. So I'm going to blend this up and see how it comes. Like I said, I usually put blueberries in there, but don't have any. So I'm not quite sure what this one's going to taste like, to be honest. Right, so I'm going to leave it there. I have to take medicine before I eat, so I have to leave it 30 to 60 minutes after taking the medication. So I can't actually drink the smoothie yet anyway, but that will be for later. Obviously there's all sorts of things that you can put in your smoothies, but I have a lot of food allergies, so there's a lot of things I can't have, and part of me is a little bit fussy as well, so I don't like them. Move on. I wanted to show you these tops, so I don't know if you've seen them before. I'd had a lot of problems with buying fruit and it just going off so quickly. I had so much fruit wastage. My kids love fruit. They eat a lot of fruit actually, but we were still throwing fruit away and having to buy more quite a lot. So I was trying to find different ways, to store my fruit better and keep it going. And I'd seen various different vlogs on the internet, different people, mostly American ones, just using different items. I had a look on Amazon and I found these. So basically they're airflow. So you put your fruit or vegetables, whatever you want to keep, on top of this, put the lid on, which has a ventage system, if you can see that. So it goes through the vents and it keeps everything fresh. That is, obviously it's not airtight because it's got a ventage system, but it needs it to keep going. And actually our fruit has been so much better. Even the kids have mentioned how crispy and crunchy the grapes are. and we don't have crispy, crunchy grapes. So this is fantastic. So I'm just gonna fill these up with a few bits and pieces. Now I would prefer to wash and prepare all the fruit to go in here. However, the instructions say don't wash anything, don't prepare anything, just put it straight in. So I do wash the grapes because they'll literally just take a tub and I'll just eat them straight out. And they've been fine, but everything else I just put in unprepared. Right, this is what I've got picked up today, just as a top up to our shopping. I've got some black grapes, I've got strawberries, and some pomegranate. So I'm going to find the smallest tub I've got for the pomegranate, and I'm not going to put the bit in the bottom because obviously these pomegranate seeds sit in their own juice anyway. So I'm literally just going to dump them straight in. My kids absolutely love pomegranate seeds. And it turns out I quite like them too. I do struggle to eat them with some of my issues, but they do taste delicious. Now these are actually stackable. They do stack and they sit perfectly. However, my fridge shelves are not tall enough to allow them to stack, which is really, really frustrating. So just gonna check the strawberries, make sure there's no bad ones as I put them in, because I figured obviously if we're putting already ones that are turning in with fresh ones, oh, they're all gonna turn. Just lost one already. So I drop things all the time. One of the perks of being a mum with issues, let's put it that way. So I'm just checking. Oh, that's a really cute little one. These actually look really nice and fresh, because strawberries have been terrible lately. I don't know if you've noticed, but they're just not fresh, and like I said, they just haven't been keeping. So I'm quite relieved to have found these tubs. They're quite expensive, and like I said, they're not fitting stacked in my fridge, which is a real shame, because I could do so much more if they stacked. So okay, just gonna put the lid on the strawberries and they're all done, which is great. So with the grapes, I have, like I said, been washing them. I'll find a colander now. I'm gonna have to do it with the small bit. So I'm just I have to wash them a small bit at a time, because only my little one I can find. So the thing is, this is persuading the kids to eat their fruit even better, because they've kind of gone off grapes for a little while. They weren't really wanting the grapes, and although it's a bit of a pain, I literally just take them all off and pop them in so that they are ready, and the kids can just literally pick them off and eat them. And you're going to see how hard it is for me to pull grapes off. I know obviously this is something that most people generally don't struggle with, but again, this is part of having these conditions. Is even simple things like pulling grapes off of stems can be difficult. Yeah, I've missed one there as well. So my children also have the same condition that I have. Unfortunately, it's genetic, and I didn't know that I had it when I had my children. I was diagnosed after my last one was born. So I would suggest that you dry these grapes before you put them in, but I don't, just because that's more side space that I don't have As you can see, there is not a lot of space here. Even though it's quite a big kitchen, we just don't have a lot of counter space, we don't have a lot of cupboards, so there just isn't a lot of space for it anyway. So I don't really dry them because I just need that space to do it. Right, I'm just gonna wash the next lot. So although my kitchen is not spotlessly clean, because I can't do it, like I said, I can't do everything. I have to concentrate on feeding my children and getting them to school and back. Those are my main priorities. Making sure that they have a healthy diet and they're eating properly. As I mentioned, I have a lot of food allergies. I also have a lot of intolerances. My diet's actually quite limited, so I have to mostly prepare my food from scratch and eat good food, good home cooked food. So unfortunately my cleaning takes a back seat there, because at the end of the day, if I get sick because I'm not eating properly, then the cleaning's not going to get done anyway. So I make sure I'm eating and the kids are eating, and I will tidy as and when I can. Like I said, I do have some helpers who do a little bit here and there, but that is not full time, and it's not enough help actually that I need either. But you know, we just have to make do with what we have. So sorry if I'm making this look like hard work. It'll probably be easier for you. Okay, so as you can see, one punnet of grapes fills up 3/4, just about, of one of these cups. Quiet! Blossom! Blossom! That is one small punnet of strawberries. Again, same size type as the grapes, and that's about 3/4 full. As you can see, that does not take up a lot of space in there, but I think that's the smallest size I have. And I just got a few leftover strawberries that I'm just going to keep in that tub. So just about to put these away now. So I'm just wondering what the best way to cut a mango is, because I just can't do it. I always get it wrong. And I find it very hard. And they are supposed to be ripe mangoes, so any tips would be greatly received. I'm not going to sub it. Blossom! So I managed to get that side off, but I'm not strong enough. I don't have the hand strength to twist it and pull it off, so really don't know how I'm gonna do that. All fun and games. So usually I would buy, no, there's a thing there as well. Usually I buy pre-prepared mangoes, because, hey Google, stop the timer. So that is my timer to let me know that I can now eat, because I have to set timers, because otherwise I forget. And I know it seems silly to say I forget to eat, but I literally do. I lose track of the time, and I don't know when I can eat and when I can't.
and I have to eat with this medication, so it's the easiest way to do it. Set yourself a timer, and then you know what you're doing. So if you get carried away like I do, then you know what you're doing. Just trying to see if I can prise this open. Yeah, so anyway, as I was saying, I usually buy prepared mango, except I find it so expensive, and we go through quite a lot. It's a fruit that all 4 of my children like to eat, and obviously I've been putting them in these smoothies. No, this is not working. I will probably have to get up and get someone else, I would probably have to give up and get someone else to do this for me, which is a bit of a nightmare. I was hoping that I could save some money by doing this myself, but it's not very easy, and you may well say I've got the wrong type of knife. This is the second time I've tried to do this, so I use a different knife this time because I find these knives invaluable. They really do help me a lot, but I can't. This is just too hard. I'm literally mullering the mango, all that fruit. I'm just making a complete mess of it. So sorry I couldn't really show you a better video for preparing mango, but here we go. Riley, shush. Riley! Riley, shush. When I have seen people cut the mango and scoop it out with a spoon, that does look so much easier than trying to do it like this. However, I can't scoop it out with a spoon. My hands do not work like that, and they won't let me do it. Funnily enough, it's actually slightly easier for me to do it like this with this little knife. Oh, so much wastage. And I hate wasting food, so I'm trying my best to get all this off, but it is literally so hard. And to be honest, I just don't know if I could buy mango like this again. Obviously I need to save the money by buying it like this. I think 2 mangoes was £1.70 or £1.80 for 2, and I was spending £3 odd on a tub of pre-prepared mango and get about the same amount, to be honest, as I did with these 2 mangoes that I've had. And the nice thing about having 2 mangoes is preparing them separately. It stays fresher for longer than getting 1 tub, because obviously all the fruit needs eating at the same time then. So this has worked out. Financially, it's much better. Realistically, it's a pain in the backside. So if you can chop mango properly and effectively, then this is the way to go. It's so much better. But for me, this has been serious hard work, and I really don't know how to go about getting the rest of the mango off. Oh, that's a big bit of mango. I don't know which bits I can cut and which bits I can't. And I'm wondering if these weren't even ripe enough. Like, it says ripe and ready to eat, but were they? So like I said, they've been really hard to cut, and I don't know whether that's just me having issues or whether actually they could have done with another couple of days of getting ripe. So if you know anything about that, then please help me out here and let me know what I've done wrong. I'm trying to get every last bit off, but I'm struggling now. My hands are hurting and I just want to give up right now. I'm trying, because obviously the thing that we need to remember is I need to clean this up as well. So it's not just the getting it done in the first place, it's getting everything done, getting the cleanup done. Obviously you've got to prep in the first place. Like, all these things have to be taken into consideration when you're planning on doing anything like this and you have any struggles. So I think I'm gonna leave it there now. I'm going to clean up. Okay, so this is my fridge, and as you can see, the tubs, so those big tubs, you can't get anything really on top of those, but they go in quite nicely, whereas the smaller tubs, as you can see, have quite a lot of space. However, they just don't fit on top of each other, which is so frustrating considering they stack. I did think about trying to change the shelves on here, but I actually can't change them, which is a little bit frustrating. So just having to make do with it as it is. I do need to rearrange my fridge again, which I actually tend to do very often. But I have 2 adult children now who like to put their own things in the fridge, and it's really messing up the layout of my fridge and how I like it. I've got all my veggies and fruits in there. So the other thing I was going to do was this salad. Once it's open, it's been getting a little bit dry, so I've decided that next time I get a fresh one of these, I'm actually going to put that in these tubs as well. I've got quite a large tub which is bigger than this one, so I'm actually going to put the salad in that and keep it fresh. So this is my fridge. I will do a clean out and organisation of my fridge video one day. So after preparing the food, I need to sit down. It is really important to pace yourself when you do have any kind of medical conditions where you do struggle with
chronic fatigue, chronic pain, anything really. You know, you need to look after yourself and your body. So I have come to sit in the comfortable chair to just sort of rest up, have my breakfast, which is really late for a breakfast. It's actually 11:20. But sometimes we just have to do these things when we have the energy to do it. So I've done that. I'm now going to rest. I'm going to eat. As you can see, this is one of those days where I've got no makeup on, stuck my hair up because I didn't have the energy for that as well. I cannot do hair, makeup, and food prep and everything else I have to do in a day all in one go. So I you've got me barefaced today, I'm really sorry. And I'm just gonna chill out for a little bit, have a little bit of a rest before I go do anything else. And that is the end of my first ever YouTube video. I hope that you found it useful, and that you've enjoyed it. I do hope so. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more, and do a thumbs up, like my video. Thank you. Bye.